And we are back for another dope episode, really a mashup of Finding Your Niche with Niche meets In the City magazine. My name is Nisha. I am the amazing host of Finding Your Niche with Niche, and I have the pleasure and the honor of sitting with our July issue cover feature, Mr. Fredrico, also known as a master trainer. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Yes, as you guys can hear, we have a live studio audience, which is super exciting. I'm actually really excited to talk to you because I kind of like label myself as a master interviewer. I love sitting down and talking with people. Okay. And so I'm excited to be sitting next to a fellow master of something. So yeah, definitely. Welcome to the show. First of all, congratulations.
Thank you so much.
On being on the cover of In the City magazine. So when you were kind of approached with that concept or that idea or that opportunity, what was your first thoughts?
Let's go. I was, happy, what I'm saying? Just another platform, and especially just when it's right here in Atlanta, right here with, where I'm based out of, and just dealing with the people that I deal with all the time. So it was real big for me. I really wanted to do this, and I was really happy we was able to do it.
Yeah, and I think it's really cool because we've had some really prestigious people be able to be on the cover, right? It's a big privilege to kind of hold that space. And so can you talk a little bit about the experience of being in print? Because now we're in the age of digital, right?
Right.
And so to be on print, even though the magazine is digital, it does have a print element. Can you talk about what it's like to actually see yourself published somewhere in that way?
Oh, it was cool. I was looking at it when I got back some of the samples and the things like that, just going back and forward over the photo shoots and stuff we did. Quadir and everybody was like, "Oh, we're gonna pick this and this one." I really liked them all. I wanted to keep them all.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was really good. We had a great time.
And the photo shoot part, because that's the part that that's kind of tricky for some people, because some people are used to like being in that space of like taking pictures and taking videos and stuff like that. So how comfortable did you feel, or how comfortable did the team make you feel?
The team was great. I was nervous.
Okay.
The team was really, really great. I had some really good people. Christina. Brandy, everybody, they was there, Antoine. So I had a really good team. Like, they really did their thing. I was just nervous. And, we always kind of self-conscious about different pictures. So what they thought looked really, really well, I thought looked really, really bad. And so we just kind of back and forth. But overall, at the end of the day, they're the professionals, so they picked, a great situation. And when it came out, I really loved it.
Okay, so can you kind of talk about, like, the whole experience of, like, really your story? Because that's why you're on the actual cover of the magazine. You do a lot of things, right? So you're a trainer, you have a gym, you're about to go on tour, you started a fashion line. I don't even know where to start exactly. So where would you like to start?
I guess with the gym first,
okay.
With fitness first. I think for me, I've always been an athlete. Played ball, college ball, a couple years overseas in the pros. So I think in that perspective, once you are an athlete and you've been in fitness and you've been used to working out, you don't want to get out of it. But like anything, your career in when it comes as a professional ball player or whatever. So for me, I always wanted to kind of be in shape and do things. And then I got a bigger kick when I started actually training other people. I started out training athletes at first, and so just to see other athletes go from high school to a Division I, some possibility having a career in it, it made me feel good. And then switching over to that, to just the everyday 9 to 5, your moms, your corporate American people that really, really cared about themselves.
Yeah.
And just I tell people all the time, with fitness for me, I don't care about you transforming your body. Yeah. I'm here to give you longevity and make you feel really, really healthy. The body changes becomes a plus. So for fitness for me was just absolutely trying to help someone else reach their goal, which was really, really a good feeling for myself.
Okay, and I like that because the industry that you're in happens to be an industry that everybody needs. So that helps with business.
Yeah.
Can you talk about that? Because I think fitness is so important, but for a lot of people, it's very hard to be consistent in it. Can you talk about or explain at least what do you think is because it's physical, it's a physical activity, but there's such a huge part of it that's mental. Can you talk about what is the mental shift that people need to have in order to change their lifestyle physically?
Well, it's two aspects. From a trainer, you have to really love what you do. You have to really love wanting to help people get to where they need to be. You have to have a passion for this. I tell people all the time, when you're someone's really their personal trainer, you're their motivator, you're their psychiatrist, you're everything to them because people really pour into you, their everyday life. As a person that's getting trained, it's I just think it's the will. You make up your mind, this is what I want to do. I need to be healthy, I need to lose weight, I need to maintain. So from the mental standpoint of it, once you make up your mind and you lock in, It's all said
Yeah,
and
but
done.
I feel like that's really easy to say. What, like, if you can pinpoint it, because I feel like something definitely, like, needs to, like, it has to be something specific that's, like, a trigger. Because you see the people that are, like, 5 days a week getting their thing on, and these people that who are, like, kind of trying. So I want to
Right.
know, like, what's the difference from the person who can do 1 day a week to the person who can do 6 days a week?
If you ask me, it's that trainer.
Their
It's
trainer,
that,
really?
that trainer who pushes you, that trainer who wants to see you do better, that trainer who's going to encourage you, who's going to motivate you. You have to really be in that client's ear. You know, you have to want it for them as bad as they want it for themselves. And then
Well-
I even take it a little further. You have to want it more for them than they want it for themselves.
Okay, so, however, comma, what if somebody can't afford a trainer? Then what?
Well, so I'm a little different.
Okay.
Everybody know me. My faith base is in God, and God will provide all things for me. So a lot of times, me training somebody ain't always about a dollar. It's always about helping somebody. So the more that I put out and give, the more God will give back to me. So I'm not asking everybody to have my prices, and I'm very high. Don't get it wrong. I'm skill set. But a lot of times, if you come in, I mean, my trainers and everybody who deals with me, they can tell you, people come in my gym and we just go at it, you know. And if you see yourself going at it and going at it, you know, eventually you'll jump in. Eventually, if this is something you want, you'll find the money for it. But for me, I just want to see you healthy.
That's good. And I think, I think too, the other mental aspect is thinking about like that it's an investment, right? It's an investment to your future. It's an investment to your calling. We talked a little bit about it offline, that everybody obviously has like their spiritual will, their spiritual calling, their spiritual niche on like what they're supposed to be doing. But then attached to that specific calling is a physical calling. So when you think about, when you understand like, okay, what is it that God wants me to do, or what is it that how can I be purposeful in my life, and how does that also align with the physical aspect of what I need to do? How can you kind of like, what words of encouragement will you say to people who may not know where to start, where they're supposed to be physically, but at least, start by starting?
One day at a time. I even back it up. 1 hour, 1 minute, 1 meal at a time. Don't go in and look at someone who's already been in it 6 months, 2 years, and say, I want to be like that, because I can promise you they didn't start like that. So you have to know your own journey, your own pace, your own goal. You and the next person would never be the same. You know, so your goal, your journey is yours. That's your experience, your testimony. And you have to find a trainer, find someone who believes in it for you that way. So, you know, that's why I tell everybody, don't come in thinking that you got to look like Sue or you got to look like John. You just got to look like you, you know? You got to look like
Susan. Okay, I think that's really sound advice. I do want to ask you though, with all of the businesses, when did you know? Like, essentially, I guess basically, are you a serial entrepreneur? Would you classify yourself as that? Because you have a lot of different businesses. I'm trying to figure out, are you that?
I think I'm just driven. I got a certain grind about myself. We, you know, like so, this Atlanta fitness community, we really bond together, you know, and so we motivate, we push each other. You got people like, you know, Kim, who's a women's gym owner, you know what I'm saying, one of the biggest gym here. And we all pick up the phone, the Kareems, the TJs, we pick up the phone and we strive off each other, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, hey, we doing this, we doing this. And when you got a community like that, it's easy to do what I do. When I first started and created the This Is Fitness tour, the biggest thing I did was reach out to, you know, Kim's gym and another gym, like, hey, I'm bringing this big tour, you know, and This Is Fitness tour is created with a lot of top boot camp instructors around the United States. You know, we got the Prime Fitness, we got a lot of dope trainers, and we bring them together for one show to just show everybody what fitness is all about. But within saying that, we had to reach out to other gyms that was bigger spaces than mine, bigger floors. And the cool part about networking in this Atlanta fitness business, it's never, hey, let us think about it. We jump on it, we get it, and we all make it work together. So that was big. For us, the clothing line, I love clothes. So you get tired of buying everybody else's brands and stuff like that. You know, I'm a brand myself. I'm humble, but I'm cocky. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to wear my own stuff. You know? And so I just started off wearing my own T-shirts, jogging suits, and then it took off. and then it took off to something else, and before you know it, you know, your brand is born. So unexpectedly, God will make things happen expectantly, and so that's how it happens for us.
Yeah, and I love that because I actually want to touch on that a little bit more with you talking about you starting the gym here in Atlanta and then taking some of the trainers on tour, because Atlanta is a very would it be considered a show me state? Would y'all consider that now at this point, kind of?
Like Missouri.
Kind of. It's very much like it's very much like it's very much like look at me, look at me. Right. So for you to like be in a state that's very like look at me, and to help, you know, essentially put other people on and give them the platform and give them the ability and the capacity to kind of like show what they have to give and being on tour. How did you kind of navigate through that? Because here in Atlanta, everybody is like I won't say everybody, but a lot of people are like, this is me, this is what I have going on. So what made you kind of feel like, okay, let me put y'all on too?
Well, here in Atlanta, like, because Atlanta got a lot of really, really good trainers, and sometimes I think everybody deserves a major platform at one point in time, whether mine starts now or someone starts later. I think because I had that platform at that time, it was just, you know what I'm saying, for me, it was a no-brainer to actually give other really, really good trainers a platform. You know, and like I said, the tour, we received attention from BET, VH1, Netflix. We're receiving a lot of national attention on it. The biggest thing about the tour is that no trainer, even though this is fitness presented by FDL, which is my brand, but all of the trainers on that tour represents their own brand. We don't take anything away. We want them to be them. We would hope that from this tour that next year or the year after that, maybe one of the trainers would even start their own tour, because it just creates a path for everybody else. Within saying that, Atlanta's so big, it's so hard. I know we got 13 cities now. We probably could pick 8 different trainers for all 13 cities, but we're very selective about who we pick. It's not only about what you do on the floor, you know, as an instructor. We are selective about how you carry yourself, who you are, you know, after the camera, the lights go off, you know, how are you helping somebody, how you kind of mash with, you know, a whole lot of people. Like this weekend gonna be crazy. We putting all of them in the Airbnb. We're gonna see who.
Oh, it's a party.
Yeah, who gonna fight, you know?
That world.
Yeah, we're actually, but you know, we decided. Yeah, we decided not to fly. We actually gonna 2 charter buses. We're gonna film everything.
Wow.
So we, you know, and it's a big family. Like when I say that Atlanta is a family when it comes to fitness, it's a huge family.
Yeah, and I liked kind of what you just spoke about, because you've actually been privy to be in a lot of circles, in a lot of rooms that people pray for, essentially. So how can you talk about basically how you were able to kind of distinguish yourself from those spaces and kind of create your own lane? And create your own investments and your own financial opportunities to be able to do what you do outside of the people that you've been connected to who are celebrities?
It's no secret. My story is everywhere, and my story is a testimony. Like I said, college grad. You know, I come from a really good home, great parents, but college grad, ball player, street life. You know, I did the whole street thing. We all know that crime don't pay, so as well as much money I made in the streets, you know, doing what I've done, it ended. You know, corporate America, everything was no more after getting 7 years incarcerated in the United States Penitentiary. The biggest thing about that, when you come home from that, luckily, let me read back up, while being in the United States Penitentiary, God still kept the umbrella over me. You know, I taught GED classes, I did the taxes for the warden, so God kept me safe. But at the same time, there's an end date to that, and it starts a new date. So when starting a new date, there's no more corporate America. My education, my degree doesn't mean anything no more. So I tell people all the time, me and God has conversations. He knew that I'm dumb enough to go back to the streets and do something crazy, or he would bless me to follow him to do something that would allow me to be financially stable the same way. But there was something more as for me, then God wanted me to also pour out into others. So within that, the combination from what God gives us leads us to here. Right back to where we started. I started with fitness, I started playing ball, I started jumping jacks, and here I am years later doing the same thing, only except God blesses it to be a career.
Yeah.
You know.
With the 7 years, first of all, when you're in the penitentiary, does 7 years feel like 7 years, or does it feel like longer?
90.
It feels like 90?
90 years.
Wow.
I feel like I did a 2-year Supermax. That's a 23-1 lockdown in Florence, Colorado. Then I did 5 years door-to-door Beaumont, which is United States P. So my time wasn't
Wow.
an easy time, but I had a grateful God. So
It's expedited to a degree.
yeah, and you wake up one day, you go in, you cry a couple of days, and the next day God let the doors open and life starts.
Yeah.
So I hit the ground and kept running and never looked back.
Wow.
know.
Yeah, y'all give it up for that. That's amazing. Speaking of God opening doors, I think that's important. Kind of like what you just talked about. And I think it's commendable that you kind of like are very outspoken about what God has done and the contribution that He's made to your success. What kind of sentiment would you put out to people about how to navigate success, also while having a relationship with God?
I think, and I was talking about this the other day. Me and Regina was talking about this. I tell people all the time that my dream and my vision is me. I don't need to take it to you because you might kick it down. I think whatever God pours into us is meant for us to happen. So when God gives you a dream or a vision, don't go to man about doing it. Just do it, and then God will put the right people in your place. You ever seen the lady that they talk about that her lights was off? And so she began to call her auntie and her sister and her mama, and nobody had it. But the last person she called was God, and the lights came on. But if only she had called God first, then there would be no need to call auntie and mama. So go to God. I'm sorry, y'all know I'm going to talk about God all day long,
You say you're gonna start a church next?
Yeah.
No, I absolutely love that, and I think that's great that you're kind of really outspoken and out front about that particular thing. But I do kind of want to ask you, with all of the different businesses that you have, because there's a lot of entrepreneurs in this room, there's a lot of entrepreneurs in the Atlanta space, really just essentially nationwide at this point.
Right.
If somebody wanted to start a business today, what do you think are some first steps that they should take?
Learn about it. Learn about the business. My biggest thing, you always got to learn your competition. You got to, don't reinvent the wheel, but you got to do something different to the wheel. So in other words, that it's cool to stay in a lane, just be a little bit different in the lane that you're in with everybody else. So if you're going to start a business, take the time out. Don't just jump into it. Learn about what it takes, and do the right things. I hear a lot of people say, I got a business, but yet you got a Gmail, Do the right thing.
Hold on. Stop.
I'm being honest,
Time out. I don't know if you understood what he just said, but it's important. Email etiquette. People will take you seriously
based on how you email.
Based on your email etiquette, and that's a starting point. If your email says Gmail at the end, we got to fix that. It needs to say whatever your business is .com, .net, .org, .something.
Yes.
But it can't say that. So I think that's really I think that's important, right? It's important.
That's true. Well, yeah, I always say learn about it, and then just do the regular steps. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you got your bank account, got your EIN number. Start to build your business credit. Start to actually, I can tell you this, in Atlanta, whatever you're trying to do, there's 10 people that's already done it or doing it.
Yep.
And out of those 10, there's a good 2 or 3 that doesn't mind helping you get there. So it's okay to ask for help from someone who's already accomplished that, or is on their way to doing that. So I just think that really study what you're trying to do. And a lot of stuff people jump out because they see someone else doing it. They want to do it as well, but it's got to fit you. And don't ever get into anything you don't love. You don't have a passion, because the minute that you feel like it's not going your way, you're going to almost drop it. But if you love it and you believe in it and you study it and you did the right things for your credit, for meeting the right people, you will stay in it. And it'll pay off. I mean, just stay in it. I mean, grind. Some of us in this room, my trainers, Nuts, Kareem, Tayshawn, a lot of us, we've been in fitness. I guarantee you, at least 6 of us in here, we add us together, we got 80 years of fitness in us.
Wow.
We grind. I know a lot of us have trained. TJ was with me from day one. We first came. He came in the gym and trained for free.
Yeah.
Tayshawn moved from Nashville. Kareem started his own spin class. And like I said, you have to stay in this business. It can be discouraging at times. It's time we don't have 40 clients. We come home, we got 5? The next day, everybody quit, But that just make you want to hustle and go grind and find 35
What do you think that is, as far as like the human nature? What do you think that is that make people come? They be live in January.
People watch too much.
They be live, but
people watch too much TV.
Come May,
too many. What's that? New Year's. What's the thing? Resolution. Man, people would jump in there to mountain to go get it for about 2 weeks.
And y'all can see it. Y'all can see it in real time.
Yeah.
Right?
So go and get your money up front. Sign about 6 months. Get your money. They gonna jump in there.
What is that? What is that?
I mean, everybody get motivated some type of way, you know, and I understand this. They'll get motivated. I got clients that'll come, go 2 or 3 months, be gone 4 or 5 months, go 2 or 3 months, you know. So everybody works out and everybody works at their own pace. You know, you just have to be patient enough to understand, you know. And if you got them type of clients, you know, like stay checking on them, stay calling them, hey, what's going on? Why you ain't in the gym? You know. And I'm telling you, some clients got more excuses than anybody why they ain't coming. So, you know, you just got to listen to it, feed into it, and, you know, keep it going.
Okay, so I have a fun question to ask you as we get ready to wrap. Okay, so favorite exercise to do?
Me?
Yes.
Chest. Chest.
Chest? Okay, Lisa. But what exercise?
Bench press.
I'm taking it.
Oh, yeah, chest pulls.
What's this name?
Yeah.
What's this name?
They're so silly. Chest. But for my people like Kareem and all them who train with me, I'm trying to murder their legs.
Oh, murder.
I do.
Okay.
I want you to Uber home or ride with your candy. You know, we're gonna have a good time with it though.
Okay, so let me ask you that then. How do you know when, like, because everybody has a different threshold, right?
I don't.
Wait, but everybody else does. So somebody's threshold might be just getting out of the bed. Somebody else's threshold might be getting to the gym. Somebody else's threshold might be doing a 30-minute workout. So how do you know kind of like how to navigate that terrain of like, okay, this person, I can tell this person needs this level of me like getting to them and this person needs this.
Your consultations will tell.
Okay.
I tell people all the time, when people call me and say, hey, I want to come train with you, first thing I tell them is come interview me. You know, make sure that I'm somebody you want to train with and make sure that, you know, I can train you. You know, your consultation, you want to find out about that person, their eating habits, when was last time they worked out, any physical activities. That alone will kind of put them in a box, you know, and go. Then you got some people that just, you know, they hard head. Oh, I don't need a consultation, I want to start today.
Can you tell people are lying when they're like, I can't? But they really can? You don't care?
I don't care. You look at their faces.
You don't care?
I don't care. That don't come in there.
So you can't. So you don't like people who say I can't.
No.
But what if they can't though? That's a real thing.
And can you do everything that you put your mind to? Yeah.
You said they end up doing it. You can push them. You can push people past their limit. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay. So next question: least favorite exercise for you to do?
Burpees.
I don't think anybody likes burpees.
Burpees.
But you make yourself do them. Yeah. Do you need a trainer?
I have a trainer.
You have a trainer? The master trainer has a trainer?
I got 3. Look, see them guys right there? They're my trainers. I got trainers behind you.
Wow.
Training these trainers.
Wow. Okay, y'all heard it there first. Like,
I got some trainers.
wow, you have an incredible story. You guys can read about his story in the City Magazine article, which is amazing. I've read it, by the way. It's really, really good. I learned a lot about you from that. I want to definitely thank you for coming on today. I think Q, our CEO, Coutier, is going to do the actual reveal of your cover right now in real time.
Hey, has anybody cheated and saw it? Who saw it already?
Q, you might have to come back here. Come in the middle of us so we
Come in
can
the
see
middle?
it. Yeah,
Okay.
come behind him and then come in the middle of us.
Let me take this. Oh, I can't take that. I take both.
Okay. I think we should be able to see you. Okay, so yes, this is Fredrico's
So
cover.
this is it, guys.
Okay.
This is something that first and foremost, hey, thank everybody for coming out here. You know, doing this with us. This is something that we discovered that we're able to do. So you guys are part of the first kind of family for that. You know, we didn't know that we was going to be doing these types of things, but we're doing them. You know, there's been a lot of great people that's, you know, going through the same process, and Fred now is in their alumni, and as long as we keep rocking, everybody's connected, everybody here is connected. You know, we want all your contacts, everybody linked with each other, but most importantly, to keep us all linked together, of course, download our app. We got about, you know, we started it in December. We got over 500 something downloads now. You know, get in it now because we're gonna start charging soon. You know, that's when we make the real money. You know.
Yes.
But this is our cover. We take great pride in this. We try to keep it brand standard and things like that, and I think you guys will like it. So, bam.
Go forward so this can be in the frame. You better than him.
Yeah.
Speech. Wait, give him that one, Q.
The
Yeah,
red,
so it can be
I
a
see the
little
red and black. We got the team colors in there. You know what I'm saying?
Right. So first of all, y'all know I'm gonna say thank God anyway. So y'all already
Yes,
know how
sir.
that's gonna go. But seriously, man, Quadir, Christina, where Brandy at?
Somewhere.
Brandy putting up with all of this stuff. Regina, me and TJ. I got a lot of
That's a
people to
lot,
thank,
man.
man.
Yeah.
And even I'd be honest, man. The funny part about this whole cover. Y'all know Quadir, man. He's one of them. Everything got to be perfect. So when things weren't going the right way, man, the day before we had to have it, he was like, "Yo, you got to come up here right now." So we spent about 2 hours up in here doing this as well. So I'm very blessed, man, and honored. I'm just thank God for everything that's happening this year for me and for everybody that's around us. So instead of that, man, just thank you all for even having me here on this.
Okay, and then if you want to be a part of FDO Compound, everything that you got going on, the It's Fitness tour, like
Hit me up. I mean,
where can they contact you?
FDL_train. That's my page as a trainer. FDL Compound is a gym page. FDL This Is Fitness tour. That's another page. But hit me up, man. I mean, like I said, we answer every call. We try our best to, like, whatever you trying to do, we're gonna answer our DMs, our phones. Like, you know, we not no big shot gym. We just, you know, we really here for the people. So just hit us up.
Yeah, and I would be, hold on, okay, so yeah,
I received that.
I would be remiss if I didn't ask you, because you're being modest. So you've actually been able to work with a lot of affluent people.
Yes.
In your career.
Right.
So can you talk about, maybe tell a story of like one of your favorite celebrities that you were able to work with and what that experience was like?
Row Girl.
Wow.
Oh
Yeah.
Yeah,
Row
I know
Girl?
who Row Girl is.
Yeah.
Row Girl.
For those who don't know, who's Row Girl?
Row Girl started off with Desi Banks and everything, doing the little skits. But right now, man, she's been on Law and Order. She's been on Chicago PD. Country Wayne. She worked with Country Wayne. Her and Country, yeah, the older lady. So
Yeah.
we actually saw Row Girl, you know, turn into everything. But Row Girl has been probably the funniest client I ever had. You know, she's an actress, so you know, like she know how to. Oh, I'm hurting too bad, everything. But so I would say Row Girl. I would say people like Curtis Diamond for his athletes, Bootsy. All of them are
What
different.
was Boosie like? Where did you have to push? Where did you have to push Boosie? Like what exercise were you just like Boosie?
Through the door. Through the door. But all of them are unique in their own ways.
Okay.
And they're very valuable to our gym. One of our closest friends, man, you know, and like I said, our prayer go out to him has been C's from Black Ink. Been one of the biggest supporters. So, you know.
That's good. Well, Fredrico, thank you so much for
you.
talking to me today. Y'all give him a round of applause.